Good morning, and welcome to our time of meditation. I'm Reverend Jonathan Zenz. I'm the senior minister here at Unity of Tucson. And this is the opportunity that we take every Sunday morning to engage in centered awareness, to allow ourselves to find a rooted place in the infinite spiritual truth, the truth of our wholeness, our oneness, the deepest sense of unity. This morning, what I would like to do is lead us through a meditation that is focused on atonement. Atonement is the understanding that we are all one at its most basic level. This oneness nature is expressed in forgiveness, and so today I invite you to allow, easily and effortlessly, whatever you need to step into forgiveness. Let's begin. I'll invite you first to find yourself in a comfortable position physically. Whether you are seated in a chair, seated on the floor, lying down, let yourself easily allow, wherever you are, to take your entire weight and simply be supported. Let yourself easily be rooted in the here and now, physically supported and letting go of any unnecessary tension. If it's comfortable for you to do so, and you haven't already, I invite you to close your eyes or let them fall into a soft, unfocused gaze. Simply and easily allow yourself the luxury of relaxation in this moment. There's nothing that has preceded this moment that has any bearing on who you are and the experience you are having right now. If you find yourself drifting as we move forward, simply allow yourself to return your attention to the sound of my voice or the rhythm of your breath. Let's turn our attention now to the breath. Gently and easily allowing, just becoming aware that the breath is happening. There's nothing you need to do to force it. It is natural, this magnificent flow. With each inhale, imagine that you're falling deeper into a sense of relaxation and deepening into the sense of wholeness that is innate. And with each exhale, imagine yourself sharing the love that is in your heart. Easeful and effortless. You are in charge. If you notice anything drawing your attention away, just simply take note of it. And without judgment, bring your attention back to the rise and fall of your breath. Allow yourself to bring to mind something that you judge yourself for. Perhaps it's a sense of regret, a sense of sadness, or a sense of irritation. Once again, without judgment, allow yourself to simply be aware. How does it feel bringing this thing to mind? What comes up for you? I'm going to recite a few phrases, and I invite you to let yourself focus without force, but set an intention to understand and feel the power of these phrases in relationship to this feeling. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for making mistakes. I forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. For the next few moments, instead of utilizing your breath as a focus point, just hear the sound of my voice as I repeat these phrases and focus your attention on these phrases. If you find the feeling to be too much at any time without judging yourself, you can come back and focus on the breath. Allow yourself to settle in and return when you're ready. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for making mistakes. I forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for making mistakes. I forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. I forgive myself for not understanding. I forgive myself for making mistakes. I forgive myself for causing pain and suffering to myself and others. Forgiveness doesn't mean being passive or not taking action. It doesn't mean standing down. Forgiveness is doing what needs to be done. Perhaps taking a little pause, settling the mind, and trying to see things based on the truth of wholeness. Forgiveness is an internal freedom activity. Our mind naturally holds on to instances where we feel mistreated by others. We can practice forgiveness for others. I forgive you for not understanding. I forgive you for making mistakes. I forgive you for causing pain and suffering to me and others. I forgive you for not understanding. I forgive you for making mistakes. I forgive you for causing pain and suffering to me and others. I forgive you for not understanding. I forgive you for making mistakes. I forgive you for causing pain and suffering to me and others. Being gentle with yourself now, allow yourself to return your focus to your breathing. Remember, it's not about controlling the breath, but simply settling into an awareness of the breath. I invite you to consider this. This forgiveness practice is a practice of atonement. Atonement is deepening into the sense of our innate truth, understanding deeply the truth of who we are. We are one. We are whole. We are infinite. We are not one in God. We are not one with God. We are one of God. Atonement is at one meant. Deepening into the greatest sense of our unified nature. Let us be lifted into this idea by using these following words as a mantra. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. There's only one life. That life is God's life. That life is perfect. That life is my life now. In these last few moments, with each inhale, simply notice and accept whatever you feel right now. And with each exhale, allow yourself freedom, relief, or strength. Gently and easily allow yourself to begin to consider the space you inhabit physically right here and right now, beginning to draw this time of forgiveness and atonement to a close. Easily and gently, deepening into the sense of the space. becoming more and more alert and aware. Gently allowing the love in your heart to be fully expressed in whatever way it means for you. Rub the pads of your thumbs back and forth across the pads of your fingers to tap into the physical sensation of your body. And when you're ready, take a nice stretch. A good healthy inhale and exhale. Opening your eyes and welcoming the magnificence of life's perfect unfoldment. Namaste.